I want to just talk about a little bit about myself and how I have effectively used the power of the mind to buttress my career. Okay, so a bit about myself. I when I was 6 years old, I couldn't see at night. But I went through formal schooling, primary school, secondary school, university. I studied computer science. And while I was at university, that's when I was diagnosed with a rare disease called retinitis pigmentosa, RP, and it affects the retina of the eyes. So I went abroad to the UK, did further schooling, came back in 2011, got a job, and then in 2012, while I was working on the job, I realized I couldn't see from printed paper anymore. I couldn't see from the screen anymore. It was, especially with websites, it was really crazy, basically. So I had to resign from the work, from my job. I entered depression for a while. But as God will have it and His luck will shine on me, one of my older friends came to me and said, "Hey, Victor, come and work for me." And I started giving him so many excuses. I have so many challenges. This. He was like, "No, no, no." I remember when me and you did a project, a civil engineering project. I was using C++ at the time, and we're using a whole lot of matrices. He was doing his masters. I was in my third year, so this was as far back as 2000, year 2000. So um, basically, he said, "Oh, he will be patient with me. He can't pay me as much as they were paying me in that other company, but he will just try as much as possible to be patient with me." I said, "Okay." So I took the job, and they were using PHP and MySQL. Now, the syntax checking with PHP was, and especially on the web, was really, really horrible for me. So at one point, I was like, "You know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm going out." So he said, "No, no, 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 no." He said I should relax. He will be patient with me. That what do I want? I said, "Okay, let me look around and see what you guys have in the office." And then I stumbled upon an ERP app called Open ERP, which uses Python, PostgreSQL, and XML RPC. So I was like, "Oh wow, what's all this Python about?" Now, mind you, I was still depressed, and so basically, I started learning Python again. I went to Coursera, went to EDX, and um, signed up for some of the courses there. And then I learned how to use Python. I was gaining confidence back. It was like going back to school again, going back to year one. Especially there was this course I did, which was Introduction to Computer Science with Python from MITx, and it taught me so many things as well. Like, wow, okay, so this is really exciting. I felt encouraged to learn more. Um, and then this was 2000. I got this job in 2014. So in 2015, my mom passed away. So with that, I told myself I will never allow this eyes get to me again, and that was like a kind of motto that I follow. So uh, if I couldn't read from a PDF document, I would pay someone to read for me. If I couldn't, I went to the office. I told my boss, "Hey, I need you to employ an intern who would tell me what's on the screen, and if you can do that for me, then I think that will work for me." And he was like, anything that worked for you is all right with me." And so he did that. And so when I come back at home, this person who I pay in the evening, a neighbor of mine, she'll come in from 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening to 8 o'clock, and she'll be reading. We read so many books like Python for data analysis, which was used extensively used pandas. Read Python data science for beginners using Python. So many books that she would read for me. We'll go through the code together, all those kind of things. In the office, if I'm using things like if I'm using data analysis, um, like basically uh, methodologies or something with Python. And if I can't see the graph, they will use my finger to trace on the screen where the chart is going, whether up or down and stuff, so to see whether I'm doing the right thing or not. So those were ways in which I started to um, use Python. And then after that, the person that who I was paying said that she had to travel. So the person I had to, she left. And then I had to use Orca. I learned how to use a screen reader to read from the screen and all of that. So that's basically how I learned and I started basically using Python as a tool in my career. Um, great. Thank you very well. Before I go, I just want to say something that there are primarily three ways to learn, and that's to read, to watch, and to listen. And life is worthwhile if you learn. Life is worthwhile if you try. You have to try. Life is worthwhile if you stay. You have to stay to see things through. At least do the first project. If you feel, oh, where are you going with Python? Should I go with the networking side? Should I go with the web side? Should I go with the mobile side? Wherever you're going, just stay until you at least do it to the first project. Then life is worthwhile if you care. So if you care, you will stay, you will try, and you will learn. Thank you.